We set out to prove that boondocking with the family could be done in the cold.
It turns out that Kristen's a bit more of a wimp than we all thought.
We gotta show you where we're really staying.
It's not in the woods.
Mama put her foot down and said, enough is enough.
Even still, we made it an entire month from October 11th to November 9th on a busted battery in different locations in sub-freezing temps.
Today we're gonna take you with us to each of the 3 beautiful sites that we stayed at here in the Columbia, Missouri area. And you can laugh at all of our woes in trying to live off-grid in freezing temperatures. A little bit of a pain in the butt, but look at this site. Get them off, get them off, get them off. Okay, are they? That's just too cold. Hi friends, I'm Kristen and this is John and we are No Ordinary Path. This behind me is Wendy, our RV. In 2018 we sold everything, we hit the road in our RV chasing adventure and travel nurse jobs.
Nursing.
Yes.
For the win.
And hopefully empowering other ordinary families to step out and take an extraordinary path.
Well, after staying in one place for the entire Pacific Northwest contract, we had super grand ideas about boondocking all the way down from there to here. So we went through the Grand Tetons, Yellowstone National Park, and all that stuff. If you haven't checked out any of those episodes, do so right up here. We simply love the idea of boondocking for the wide open spaces. It allows us to let Cinder run free, let the kids run free. I don't know who's crazier. Kristen has just been working on our amazing website, and there's a part of it, well, I'm really proud of all of it, frankly, but there's a part of it that's really awesome, and it's the boondocking sites. So Kristen's collaborated this list of all the different places that we've gone where there's like pictures and information and things like where you can find water, where you can dump, all those things for any spot that we've been where we've boondocked at.
NoOrdinaryPath.com/boondocking-guide. You can find the link right here.
Yes, we'll make it easy for you guys.
After spending a week in Arkansas boondocking,
Yep.
we arrived in Columbia, Missouri, fully charged, emptied, ready to go, like ready to dry camp.
The first place that we wanted to check out in near Columbia was near the Dry Fork Campground, which is a designated camp area in the Marchway National Forest, I believe, right?
Yeah.
And it has 7 specific sites, and they are all big enough for RVs. There's 2 water spigots there that are open all year round, so it was huge for that. There's also trash dump right there.
We only stayed there for the weekend.
I think we only stayed there for like 3 days, but it was also a designated camp area. There'll be links to it. Of course, I'm sure you'll put it on the boondocking guide if it's not there already.
Special request. She said, "Mommy,
Princess makeover.
can you give me a princess makeover so I can dance with Daddy?"
Then from there, we moved on to probably the second favorite spot that I've been at in terms of boondocking, which was this really cool little pull-off out in the middle of nowhere in between all these farmers' fields. Do you want to talk about it?
Sure. It actually was still part of the Mark Twain National Forest, but it's like this weird little plop just in the middle of a whole bunch of fields of farmland, basically. And it was a really pretty area and pretty seclusive.
It was
There's
very
nothing else
secluded,
there.
yeah.
There's there were a couple fire pits there, no facilities whatsoever. But the thing about
True dry camping,
True
yeah.
dry camping. We loved it actually. The kids thought it was fantastic. Although Aaron did get poison ivy, so beware.
Oh, geez, really bad.
Yeah.
We're since over that, thankfully.
Yes.
into the issue of the fact that we're here in like prime hunting season. So as November got closer and closer, we started seeing more and more traffic. Some of the locals even came by, very friendly. They knew we were okay to be there. Even the National Forest Service rangers came by and they were like, hey, how long are you guys staying? Because they're checking the 2-week rule, which is a thing.
Yes.
But again, really nice place. We got the vibe that we couldn't stay there for long, or definitely we could probably come back. But because of the hunting traffic, it's a huge deal.
If you've ever wondered what we do when we're not using a schwagon, but we're boondocking, it's this. We have to hook up the entire rig and go take it somewhere. Luckily, if you have a Good Sam membership, then you can take it some places the dump is free. John is hooking up the rig to take it over there and dump it because all the tanks are 100% full. And we could have avoided this had we been using the schwagon little by little, which is what we did in Phoenix. We just didn't. So now we have to go dump it all and come back to our campsite, which is a little bit of a pain in the butt. But look at this site. Got a little worker bee going down here. Nice job. Oh, you left me hanging!
Good job, buddy. Thank you.
This is gonna be like first shot. You're good. Keep coming. All right, that's the first one. Keep coming back. We gotta go get water, gas, dump the trash, library books. What are you guys playing?
Well, we were playing soccer. Chloe, you do it first, then I'll do it.
And then I'll do it.
I taught her.
Yeah! Nice job! We are headed out. I'm gonna show you the back of the van. Holy cow, it's the attack of the ladybug. Oh, for real, they're everywhere. They're just flying onto me, sticking onto me. Okay.
Oh my gosh, they're all over.
Guys, come here! Oh, come get him out! Come get him out! Oh, Bubba, please take him out of my hair. Please take him out of my hair. No, please don't do that. Can you just get him out of my hair, please? Oh my gosh, they're freaking all over me. Okay, I thought they were really cute until... I know, there's lots of them inside. I thought they were really cute until they were legitimately crawling on me and in my shirt. And now I don't feel like I can get them off. I know they're like sweet and innocent and all that, but they're still bugs, right, Chloe? They're literally all over, everywhere. Do you see all those flying things? I mean, it's actually like literally a swarm of ladybugs. You can see them on Wendy there, and they're flying everywhere. Yeah, I'm not going out there again. I'm just gonna stay right here inside the van. No, thank you. The boys are determined to terrorize us girls as we sit here in the van with the door locked. Look at this. Look at this. They're all over, everywhere. Oh yes, no, you're not. Oh gosh, they're all over him too. I'm not letting him into this van.
The last spot I think was my favorite, and unfortunately the entire time that we were there I pretty much worked. There was one day that I had to enjoy it, but it was where it got the coldest. I think it was Tri-City Lake Conservation Area is what it's called.
Yeah, and it was really pretty, and because of the leaves, like they were just falling everywhere, and it was gorgeous. We had blue skies. It just started to get really cold really fast.
We have not yet upgraded to significant lithium batteries. That's on the list of things to do. So we had this old lead acid battery that of course, has been drained more than 50%. And if you know anything about batteries, that's pretty much worthless at this point in time. So it would run for maybe 3 hours and then die. So we'd wake up in the morning, ice on the windows.
I was worried about like leaving Cinder there all day long while John was at work when I was in Kansas City with the kids. And at night it got real cold in our RV.
I mean, as soon as you turn the generator on, everything works. The heat comes right on. It's not a problem. But
yeah,
we needed to get a new battery. But even then, we were worried that, you know, based on how often the furnace was going to have to run at night, would it be wise for us to stay boondocking for a long period of time unless we really upgraded all the batteries and all that kind of stuff? And
yeah.
And frankly, you got cold one night.
Oh,
your
yeah.
toes.
Oh, my toes
It's all
were
about
like
your
ice.
toes.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within.
Good morning! This is me in the morning in all my glory. And this morning it was 37 degrees in our trailer. 37. And full of moisture, so it felt even colder than that. That's just too cold. That's colder than I'm willing. I mean, we've been at 43 sometimes, and that was really cold too. And so we have options. We can continue to boondock and buy good batteries and insulate them, and then we could probably boondock longer. But we want to buy really good batteries, so they're going to cost us some money. And right now we're spending a lot of money in fuel because we're running the generator a lot. Like, not 24/7, but a lot. Right now it's finally warming up a little bit out here, so I'm probably going to go shut that generator off and let it rest. But at night I run it from 8 o'clock to midnight, sometimes later, which is the beauty of being out here on our own. We're not bothering anybody with our generator. But we're going through fuel really fast. We've been boondocking now for a month in Columbia, and it's cold now, and it's predicted to get down into the teens and the single digits next week. As much as I love this area, I really feel like the ease of plopping ourselves in an RV park is the way I want to go. Gonna be sad to miss this view.
Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond
Three things that surprised me about boondocking kind of in the winter cold. One was all the moisture in our RV. We were not prepared for all the moisture, and yes, we know that we needed a dehumidifier, and we did go out and purchase one.
We got one.
We're going to talk about that next week when we talk more about like really cold temperatures.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of moisture in our RV, which made it feel even colder. Even on some mornings when it was in the 30s outside, it felt warmer outside than it did in our RV. We got a lot of things just like falling down on our RV. Probably because we were in treed areas, but the leaves were literally falling and the acorns were like hitting like little rocks on top of the roof. And I'm sure that it was fine, but it was a little intimidating at night. And you know, we had to make sure we swept all that off before we closed it up and moved on. It actually costs more money than I was expecting it to, and the reason is because we don't have the right equipment, we don't have good batteries, but even if we did, we would then have to figure out how to keep our batteries warm so that they would stay charged, and we don't have solar. So we were spending a good amount of money. I actually did the math on it, and we're spending $12 to $15 per day in fuel.
Yeah.
So it didn't make sense to be out in the middle of nowhere with no resources whatsoever for $12 to $15 when we could stay here in this RV park, which averages out to $19 a night. So it didn't make much sense.
It's kind of a toss-up. We've learned is we don't like this. If anything, we've learned that we don't like RVing in the cold. After this contract is over, we are scooting.
Give me warm.
Yeah. So there are certainly things you could do and we could have done to make it work better for us, like skirting Wendy. I know everyone suggests that. We know that too. The thing is I don't know if I want to drop
$1,000
or $1,600 to get a nice skirt for her if we're only going to use it for the single contract. So there's some things we're working around. Again, more to come probably in the future.
We're going to have a whole nother episode on what we're doing to stay warm here in the RV park. Suffice it to say, it's much warmer here.
Yes. Thank you again for being with us. If you're new to the channel, welcome. We try to put out these videos every weekend. The weekend videos are kind of our journey and our fun stuff that we do as a family in this life. And then we have something called Real Talk Tuesdays, which are like tips and tricks that we put out on Tuesday. And but yeah, we try to do that every week. So if you're new, leave a comment below and let us know. We'd love to greet you, or shoot us an email at unordinarypath@gmail.com. Hit the subscribe button and hit the like button for the video. That helps a lot.
Do you see my breath? It's time to go in. Cheers. Oh, where'd your coffee go?
Well, mine's like gone.
Empty? Okay, well, cheers.
Cheers, cups. Bye, guys. We'll see you out there.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane.